Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. So my name is Nyaniso, and this is my first ever YouTube video. So I have been procrastinating this. I've been meaning to do this since April this year, but I guess the human in me just kept on procrastinating until today. And basically, I've been meaning to just share stuff that I'm passionate about. And because of the work that I do, I actually realized, why am I not practicing what I preach? Because I always tell people, no, you must do it. Don't procrastinate. Do it scared. Do it anyway. And I wasn't doing it. So I have decided, because it's all about making the decision and actually doing the action, to start this channel. And I'll be sharing with you quite a few things. So some of the stuff that I'll be talking about or sharing on this channel are basically my 5 passions. So I'm passionate about family, so I'll be talking a lot on those. I'm also passionate about food and travel. I love food, so you'll get to see some food recipes when I'm cooking, and also travel videos. I'm also passionate about spirituality, and that's how I have come to understand it, right? I also love business, so I'll be touching a bit on that, like making money, other ways of income, and also I will be touching mostly, which I think is what I do for a living, mostly about self and personal development. So a lot of topics will be around that, because I believe that each individual, has the responsibility to grow themselves. You cannot expect something or someone from the outside to help you. So it's all about you taking control of your life, and that's why for me, personal or self-development is very important, and it has changed the way I look at things and a whole lot of stuff. So that's the type of content that I'll be sharing with you, and I'm hoping that someone will resonate with some of the things that I'll be addressing or talking about. So today's video, I wanted to actually analyze one of Dr. Joe Dispenza's quotes. If you don't know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is, please Google him and just look at his work. But he's a doctor, a writer, he is a researcher. There's a whole lot of information about him. But he does what I understand him to be. He links in spirituality with science, which for me made sense. Out of all the teachers that I have been following, the books that I've been reading, he made more sense than most, right? So if you don't know him, please check him out, and let me know what you think about his work. Or if you do know about him, let me know if you've done some of his work and how it has worked out for you. So this quote that I wanted to analyze, I'll read it out because I have it on my notes here. He says, 90% of who we are by the time we are 35 years old is a set of behaviors, emotional reactions, unconscious habits, hardwired attitudes, beliefs, and perspectives that function like a computer program. I've read some of his books, I think two or three books. So I've done some of his work in a way. Um, and when I was trying to explain this to someone else, they they didn't seem to get it. So I'm gonna try and explain it in a way that I understand it, and hopefully someone out there will also get it. So when I looked at this quote, three things like popped up out of the whole quote. Who we are, 90% of who we are. Well, it's 95% of who we are. 35 years old and a computer program, right? And I thought to myself, do we ever really sit down with ourselves and think how we react to things, how we behave, um, our attitudes and beliefs? Have we Do we ever sit down and think about why we behave the way we do? Why we have a certain attitude towards something the way we do? Or we never have enough time to sit and think about that. So I'm going to challenge you to think about the way you react to situations. Think about the way you behave. Because if he says 95% of who we are, it means the whole of you, literally, besides the 5%, is a set of these beliefs, of these habits, right? So it would be interesting if one could sit down with themselves and think and analyze these things, right? But then also, when he says 35 years old, what came to mind initially was the fact, well, I'm in South Africa, the fact that um, most opportunities are given to the youth, which is everyone under 35 years old. And I always joked on Facebook that one day, I'm gonna have to come up with something for over 35-year-olds. And when I looked at this quote by Dr. Joe, I laughed to myself. I'm like, 35-year-olds. So, but what I'm trying to get to is the fact that at 35 years old, what he's trying to say is you are literally just a computer program, right? And that scared me. It kind of woke me up to really sit with myself and think about this. Because if I'm a computer program, because he says here, these beliefs and attitudes are functioning like a computer program, it means I'm literally like on autopilot type of thing. I'm not in control, I'm just running like a computer program, which is a bit scary, was a bit scary for me. So my understanding of a computer program is literally a set of instructions um, that the computer executes. So the computer doesn't really do much. It's you, well, usually a human being that sets this set of instructions, and then the computer just runs with it. So if you, by the age of 35, 90% of who you are is literally a set of instructions that you're just doing unaware, um, means we should take some time. So I'm challenging you today to take some time, think about this, think about the way you behave, think about your beliefs, think about how these have affected your life, if they have positively or negatively, and if there is a need for you to maybe relook or change some of the things you believe in, the way you behave, your attitude towards some subjects or things. And so that's my challenge to you today. Have a think about it and let me know in the comments if firstly you know Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you have, please share whatever you can with us about him and the work he does, and also the thoughts on what I'm talking about right now in terms of our beliefs, in terms of our attitudes, I would like to know your thoughts. And that's all from me today. It's Friday today, so I'm hoping you have a beautiful weekend. And remember, always try and pursue that life full of passion, full of purpose, and to have fun. Let's try to have fun as much as we can and follow your bliss. All right, then, have a good weekend. Bye.